The mobile app you're looking at on the screen right now, I built this in just a few minutes. And the most interesting part is, I didn't have to write a single line of code. I didn't need any expensive software, and I didn't even have advanced app development experience. I simply used a few prompts and let AI handle the entire app building process. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how you can use AI to build a working mobile app for yourself, or even for your clients, completely without coding. So, if you're into practical AI tutorials like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video. Now, let me show you exactly how I built this app from scratch. So before building any mobile app, the first thing you need to figure out is, what are you actually going to build? What's the purpose of the app? What features should it have? And what should users actually be able to do with it? In my case, I wanted to build an AI-powered creator app where YouTube creators could research trending topics and keywords, check insights like search volume and competition, analyze competitor channels, and even generate new video ideas using AI. Basically, I wanted one place where I could handle my entire YouTube research and content planning workflow without switching between multiple tools. Once I had the idea clearly defined, I converted the entire concept into a detailed prompt, and you can do the exact same thing. If you don't know how to write a detailed prompt, just use ChatGPT. Explain what you want to build and what features you need, and ChatGPT can turn that basic idea into a detailed master prompt for you. Now that my detailed prompt is ready, I've added the Runnable link in the description, so you can go there and access it directly. Basically, Runnable is an AI agent that lets you create different types of projects simply by describing what you want in natural language. And it's not limited to mobile apps. You can also create websites, slides, images, videos, and several other types of projects. But since we're building a mobile app in this tutorial, that's exactly where we're going to start. Once I'm inside Runnable, I can see two options here: Agent and Ask. For this workflow, I'm going to select Agent. Then, if I click on the model option, you'll see there are multiple models available, but I'll just keep it on auto, so Runnable can automatically choose a suitable model based on the requirements. Now, all I have to do is paste my detailed prompt here, and let's send it. The first thing Runnable does is analyze my prompt, and once it understands the requirements, it starts asking me a few clarifying questions. For example, here it's asking whether I want an account system and a real dashboard. In my case, I want users to log in before accessing the app, so I'll go with the Google sign-in option. Runnable might ask you a few more questions, depending on the type of project you're building. All you have to do is answer based on your own requirements. After that, Runnable starts planning out the different parts and features of the app, based on your original prompt. It also asks about the overall visual style and vibe of the app, and gives me a few design options. I'll simply choose whichever one matches my requirements best, and continue. And now, Runnable starts designing the different components of the app based on everything I've specified. After a bit of processing, it's now asking me for an API key. I don't have one available right now, so instead of stopping the process, I'll just ask it to continue using demo or sample data and keep the integration ready for a real API key later. So I'll give it this instruction: I don't have an API key available right now. Please proceed with the demo/sample data and keep the integration ready so I can add the API key later. Let's send it. Now Runnable will continue building the app based on our requirements, and after a little more processing, our app is finally ready. So let's open it up and see what we've got. I'll log in, and once I do, we get an interface like this. And honestly, this looks a lot better than I expected. Take a look at the interface. The design is clean, and the features I specified in the original prompt have all been organized properly. But just looking at the interface isn't enough. Let's actually test the app and see if everything works the way we want. First, let's check the keyword research section. Here, I can search for any keyword and see the available research insights. For example, I'll search for AI long video. And as you can see on the screen, the app is showing research data related to this keyword. I can also view the trend across different time periods: daily, 7 days, 28 days, and 90 days. It also suggests related keywords, which can be really useful when you're doing content research. Just keep in mind, we're currently testing with demo or sample data. For real, live data, you'll need to connect the relevant API integrations. The same thing applies to the trending section. Here, I can discover trending topics that could work well for my content. If I want to create something around a specific topic, I can use this section to find related opportunities and ideas. And through the same workflow, I can also discover trending hashtags, which is great for planning social media content. Now let's check the channel analysis feature. Here, I can paste the URL of any public YouTube channel and view its available data and performance insights all in one place. For example, I'll paste a channel URL here. And now, as you can see, different channel metrics and performance information are organized inside a single dashboard. I can also compare performance across different time periods. And there's even a monetization checker, which gives an estimated monetization status based on publicly available signals. And if I click on the More section, you'll find several other creator-focused tools. So the overall idea here is pretty simple. Instead of constantly switching between different tools for research, planning, and content optimization, you can bring most of that workflow into one single platform. Now, here's another important part. Once the app has been generated, if I don't like a particular feature, design element, or piece of functionality, I don't have to rebuild the entire app from scratch. I can simply tell Runnable what I want changed in natural language, and it'll implement those changes directly into the existing project. For example, if I wanted to change the dashboard layout, I could just say, make the dashboard cleaner and more mobile-friendly. And Runnable will work on top of the existing version instead of starting everything over. In my case, I already liked the first version a lot, so I didn't need to make any major changes. Now that I've tested the app, and I'm happy with the final version, it's time to deploy it. Here, I have the public visibility option. I'll set it to public and deploy the project. After a little processing, the live version of the app is ready. But I didn't want to keep the app only on the web. I wanted to test it directly on my phone too, so I asked Runnable specifically about the mobile app and phone preview workflow. If you don't see a QR code or phone preview option directly inside your project, you can simply tell Runnable that the project is currently deployed as a web app and that you want to enable a mobile app workflow or phone preview. After that, I was able to access the mobile app preview. And as you can see, I now have a QR code right here. I'll just scan this with my phone and install or preview the app. And now, you can see it right here on my phone. Our app is successfully running on the phone as well. So let's test it there too. I'll scroll through the app and head to the video ideas section. Now I'll use the same keyword, how to monetize YouTube channel. And AI generates video ideas based on that topic. Then I'll use the same keyword to generate some title ideas. And as you can see, the output is pretty useful. I can also generate hooks for the video in exactly the same way. So even on the phone, the overall experience feels really smooth. Overall, I have to say, I'm genuinely impressed with what Runnable was able to build. The biggest thing I liked is that I didn't have to start with coding. I simply had to clearly explain what I wanted to build, and the AI agent helped turn those requirements into a working app. And if you're a content creator, a freelancer, or someone who wants to build a custom app for your clients, you can try this exact same workflow yourself. I've added the Runnable link in the description, so if you want to try it, you can access it directly from there. And if you want me to build a complete website using Runnable in the next video, let me know in the comments. If enough of you want it, I'll cover the entire website building workflow step by step in the next video. And if you found this tutorial useful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more practical AI tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.